If you've ever checked for divide by zero in an if statement and still watched Access crash anyways, you're not crazy and you didn't do anything wrong. It's not you, it's Access. Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're going to talk about short circuit evaluation in Microsoft Access VBA, what it is not, and why VBA evaluates every part of a condition even when you think it shouldn't. This is one of those simple rules that explains a whole bunch of this should work frustration where you're pulling your hair out, especially when you're doing math, logical checks, or safety tests in your code. Today's question comes from Seth in Durham, North Carolina, one of my Platinum members. Seth asks, how do I stop Access from throwing a divide by zero error when I already checked for it in the if statement? I'm working on a small database at work that calculates usage numbers, and part of it divides one value by another. I added a check right in the if line that says something like if x is not equal to 0 and then do the math, because that seemed like the obvious safe thing to do. But even with that check in place, Access still crashes sometimes with a divide by zero error. That's what's confusing me. I thought the test at the beginning of the if line was supposed to prevent the calculation from running at all if the number was 0. I'm not a full-time developer, just someone trying to keep this database working without breaking things, and I feel like I'm missing something simple. Well, Seth, yes, you are missing something simple. It's called short circuit evaluation, which is something that other programming languages do that VBA does not. Basically, VBA is going to evaluate every condition in your if statement before continuing. So let's take a look at an example. Before we get started, this is a developer level video, so if you've never done any VBA programming before and you're curious, go watch this video. It'll teach you everything you need to know to get started programming in VBA in about 20 minutes. You should understand how variables work and how to write a basic if-then statement. If you don't know any of this stuff, go watch these videos. They're free. They're on my website. They're on my YouTube channel. Go watch those and then come on back. Alrighty, here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can grab a copy off my website if you'd like. And let's say just in this Hello World button right here, I'm going to right-click, go to Build Event. Here's the code inside that button. Let's say I want to do some simple math, right? We got dim x as a long, y as a long, and then down here I'm going to say x equals 1, y equals 5, and I'll just say message box x divided by y. Okay, save it, come back out here, let's close this, reopen it, hit the button, there's my result, no problem. Now, what happens if y is, where'd it go? Y is 0. Okay, now if I run it, bam, division by 0. Everybody knows you can't divide by 0. Why? That's what mathematicians say. I've seen whole videos on why you can't divide by 0. We're not going to get into it. Anyways, what we need to do instead is just check to make sure that y isn't 0. So we're going to say here, if y is not 0, then give me my message box. Else, you can say message box, y is 0, or whatever you want to put in there, right? Let me slide this up a little bit. Okay, save it, debug, compile once in a while, and then we'll come out here and we'll hit the button. Bam, y is 0. Okay, everything's working fine so far. Now, let's say that instead of doing all this, that x divided by y is actually part of what you have to check, right? You have to maybe say, okay, x divided by y has to be greater than 1. Whatever your business logic is. So here you say, okay, if y is not 0 and x divided by y is equal to 1, then do some stuff. Message box, hello, or whatever. Okay, so x divided by y is going to get checked up here, but we should be okay, right? Because we've already checked to make sure y isn't 0. Let's see what happens. Bam, division by 0. What's going on? Well, this is where short circuit evaluation comes into play. Essentially, VBA is going to evaluate every condition in this statement before it continues on or before it processes any of them. So it's going to check this, then it's going to check this, then it's going to run down them all and see, you know, who's what and what evaluates to what. But the problem is this is still going to run. Even though you check for it here, that doesn't matter. Okay? So the way that you would correct this, stop this, right? The way that you correct this is check for this condition first and then use nested ifs. So you'd say if y is not 0, then if x divided by 1 equals 0, then message box hello, end if, end if. Now it's going to check for this all by itself before it gets to this line. Oop, I just clicked and drag. I hate when I do that. If you select some text and then you accidentally click and drag, you're moving that text. I wish there was a way to turn that off. All right, so checks for the condition for 0 first, then it comes down here. And so this should never get to this point if y is 0. And now, debug compile, click the button, and we don't get our box because y is 0. So you'd have to put it out here, else, right? Message box, y equals 0. Okay, makes sense. That's short circuit evaluation. As a side note, if you're coming from a different language like VB.NET, C, C++, C#, JavaScript, those languages do short circuit. So as soon as the first condition hits that's false or matches it, boom, you're out of the condition already. It doesn't evaluate the rest of them. Makes those languages much faster too. But regular VBA, basic, all those, you know, higher level languages, they got them backwards. C is a low level language and VB is a high level. I don't know why they do it that way. Anyways, so we don't have short circuit evaluation in here. You could also write this as a guard clause if you want to do it this way. You could say, you know, if there's nothing else in this sub that's necessary, you could say if y equals 0, then exit sub. And it just exits out before it even gets to any of this other logic. Okay, that's assuming there's nothing else down here that you don't need. This also will cause a problem if you use the immediate if function. Okay, hey, quick interruption while I got your attention. If this video is helping you out, hit that like, subscribe button, click the bell so you know when I release new stuff, okay? All right. So let's get rid of this stuff here. Let's say, for example, you've got z as long. And down here you're saying z equals if, right? If x equals 0, comma, 0, comma, or I got it backwards. If y equals 0, comma, make it 0. That's the true condition. Otherwise, it's x divided by y, right? It's basically the same thing that we had before. We're just writing it in an if function. And then here you could say message box z, right? Save that. Come out here, hit the button. Bam, division by 0, same problem. Because the immediate if doesn't short circuit. It's going to evaluate this. It's going to do this before it even it has to, right? It's going to evaluate both of those things before it even figures out that you got a problem. Surprisingly, though, this will work in a query because the query engine is different from the VBA engine. So VBA will cause an error, but this will actually work in a query. If you don't believe me, try it. And I could go into the extra nerdy technical explanation of why, but it's just, there's a lot of things you can get away with in queries that you can't get away with in VBA. So if you've done this in a query and you're like, wait a minute, this works in a query. Yeah, it does. You're right. It just doesn't work in VBA. If you like learning about this stuff, check out my developer lessons. I got tons of them available on my website. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that we cover and go over in my developer series. So there's a link. Check it out. Alrighty, before we wrap up, remember the big takeaway here. VBA does not short circuit. Even if the first part of a condition looks like it should protect you, VBA is still going to evaluate everything anyways. So you need to structure your code safely using proper if blocks or guard clauses. If this video helped clear things up for you, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of this or if this has bitten you in the past. It bites me all the time. And I've been teaching this stuff for decades, and I still forget this. I always write my if statements with this kind of stuff in it. But that's going to be your tech help video for today, brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. And make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Do you need help with your Microsoft Access project? Whether you need a tutor, a consultant, or a developer to build something for you, check out my Access Developer Network. It's a directory I put together personally of Access experts who can help with your project. Visit my website to learn more. Any links or other resources that I mentioned in the video can be found in the description text below the video. Just click on that show more link right there. YouTube's pretty good about hiding that, but it's there. Just look for it. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, tables, all that stuff. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. That's it. And it's free for members of my YouTube channel at any level. Speaking of memberships, if you're interested in joining my channel, you get all kinds of awesome perks. Silver members get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, and there's hundreds of them by now. They also get one free beginner class each month, and yes, those are from my full courses. Gold members get the previous perks plus access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos. Plus you get access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions and all kinds of source code that I use. And gold members get one free expert class every month after completing the beginner series. Platinum members get all of the previous perks, plus they get all of my beginner courses, all of them from every subject, and you get one free advanced or developer class every month after finishing the expert series. And you can become a diamond sponsor and have your name listed on the sponsor page on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.